Let's get into the pick show. We got TCF NFL Pick Show Week 7. We are putting, like I said, into the morning show now. Every Thursday we will have that to you. So then we can get you our picks before, because you know what, people, we're not doing too bad. Boomy, do you have the standings?
Yeah, I'm barely hanging on to first, I believe. And we're all super close. Let me pull it up. I might have slipped past Matt, but we're all super close. Hang on, I'm pulling it up right as we speak. I had a reboot.
I'm just going to go right into Thursday. I'm going Eagles -4.5 is what I have them at. I love the Eagles there.
Oh, yeah, I'm in first, 21, 13, and 1. Zach is at, or no, Matt is at 21, 14, and then Zach is at 20, 14, and 1.
Look at us. Very
close.
Love it. What do you guys got Thursday night? Tonight.
Did you say Philadelphia?
I said
I'm
Eagles.
with you, Zach.
Eagles -4.5.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Eagles 4.5.
I actually, right now, the line is, you're right, 4.5. I must have write that in wrong. I'm on Philly as well. I can't believe in the Giants, but
the Giants.
Daniel
Jones.
How
is this 4.5? I can't believe this is 4.5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That was my biggest thing. And like Philly's not a bad, like they're bad, but they're not. I think they're, without Dak Prescott, I think they're the best team in the division. But, man, they're just – the Giants are not good at football, and this is an easy pick for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is an easy pick. All three of us are taking the Eagles -4.5. Boys, let's go into Sunday noon. Let's go. Maddie's in first, right?
I'm in first.
Oh, you're first? You go ahead, Boomy.
Give me the Packers. This is going to be a big bounce back week. They're going to beat the Titans by double digits. This was an easy one.
Can we insert the obviously gif here, please?
Oh, like you, Stu, just taking the Bears every week?
Oh, and I guarantee you I will take them again this week when we get to Monday night. But
dude, our team won last week, dude. Don't get mad at us.
Yeah, first place, Boomy. How's the ass look right now, dude?
I'll let you guys savor that while you can. Enjoy it while we have.
5-1, baby. All right. I'm not taking anything in that game currently for the picks portion, but I probably in that one I tend to lean with you. I think Houston had their shot for a big win last week. They had the Titans on the ropes and let Derrick Henry just stuff it back down their throat. I'd probably go with Green Bay in that one as well.
Love it. Maddie, you go next.
My pick for the week, first one for the noon games. It's going to be a little bit of I think there's a little bit of recorrection coming after last week. Two teams that are kind of looked like they were going in opposite directions was Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cleveland was looking, they got smoked. Cincinnati hung tough with Indy, had a big lead on them early, let that slip away. So maybe a little bit of momentum. I think the line kind of adjusted heavily, opened up as Cleveland was -4. It's already down to 3. I think I would absolutely pummel Cleveland -3 right now. I think they're the better team. Mm-hmm. I think they're more talented offensively, have a couple extra weapons. I don't think Cincinnati's too far behind them in terms of maybe the next year or the following year. But I think right now I just don't think Cincinnati's got enough to keep up with them offensively. And I think that line is due for a little bit of adjustment after last week.
Yeah, that was one I'd written down. I'm not going to take it because you took it. It's a good pick. It is at 3.5 on the Action Network. Are you okay with that half a point, Matt?
I got 3 actually on DraftKings, but either way.
We'll give it to you at 3. Not a problem.
Fellas, did I write this down wrong? I have Titans +2. What are they, -1 now?
Titans are -1 right now.
Where they start at?
Let me
just for documentation purposes, Boomy.
I believe you. I see it. I don't have an opening line, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay,
Zach.
I just don't know if I accidentally put a plus instead of a minus or whatever. So yeah, I'm taking Titans -1.
Okay,
I like
that's
them
not a bad pick
over the Steelers. I know the Steelers are undefeated or whatever, but I still think the Titans are better than the Steelers. Big game last week for Derrick Henry.
Well, and like
monster
you
game.
said in the show, like, are they really an undefeated team? Like, they haven't really
Yeah, we'll
beat
see.
anybody. They haven't beat the brakes off anybody. My other noon pick, I'm going to take another team playing another bad NFC East team. Give me the Cowboys in a pick. I just don't think that Kyle Allen is anybody. I think that Dallas is going to win the game. I really don't believe in anything the Washington football team
Boomy,
does. I
though,
think
did you see that offensive line?
I agree,
That was
but you got
bad.
to.
Is there a game that has two stinkier teams in the world right now than that
Yeah,
one?
last week the Giants played the Washington
Well, it's the
football
NFC
team.
Valid,
East. NFC
valid,
East
but
is
man,
awful.
that division is just dog shit. Cowboys stink, Giants stink, Redskins stink.
Washington football
The
team.
Cowboys are the better team. The Cowboys are
Yeah.
a way more talented team, no question. Andy Dalton or not.
Washington football
Yeah.
team, Maddie.
Yeah. Is it my pick or is it
You,
yours,
it's you,
Zach?
all you, Maddie.
Noon. I'm going to upstate New York, and I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. I got a minus 13.5 right now.
I like the Bills.
They're facing the Jets. The Bills are coming off, a tough loss against Kansas City. The week before that, they played Tennessee. They got smoked that week. Those are the only two losses of the year. They're a very, very, very good team. I think Josh Allen is going to have a big, big week against a dog shit team with the Jets. Anytime the Bills can stick it to the Jets, they usually tend to try to. I don't think this week will be any different. I'd probably jump on that thing now at 13.5 before that triggers over another touchdown because that very well could happen.
I am going to take Panthers plus 7.5 going to New Orleans. That's a lot of points. I'm really hoping that McCaffrey plays also, but I just think that's a lot of points, and I think the Panthers are a pretty good team.
Yeah, it depends what Saints team shows up.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, are they going
I
to?
think Drew. I know this sounds stupid. I know I might sound stupid for saying this, but Drew Brees, I think, is holding this team back right now.
I like that pick,
In a
Zach,
way.
because it's an interdivision game between two teams
Yeah, I'm
that
not
have
saying
had
Saints
some
aren't
really.
going to win either.
in the
It's
past
7.5.
year. Right.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't hate that pick at all. I think it is going to be a close game.
All right, Boomy, what's your Sunday 3 o'clock game?
I'm probably going against what Matt says in the overcorrection, but the 49ers travel to Foxborough to take on the Patriots, and I think San Francisco's starting to get some things together. They were obviously very, very injury-laden early in the season, and they're starting to get guys back. I still don't think they're the team that went to the Super Bowl last year. They're not even close to that, but New England doesn't do it for me, man. That offense is bad. And right now, even with Cam Newton, they're not what they used to be. I like the 49ers getting 2 points on the road. I think they're going to win the game outright.
I'm going to take the same game, and you kind of said it, Boomy. You kind of set me up for it. It's kind of the same thing as I thought in the last game I talked about. I don't think you're wrong, though. I think this game could really go either way. I'm just banking on the fact that I think with Cam Newton an extra week off, getting healthy again, I think New England is a team coming off a loss against Denver, where it's kind of a punch in the mouth, a little bit of a wake-up call. It says, hey, boys, if you're going to be a decent team this year, those are the games you want to win. I want to talk about Denver later, too, if we can. But, I feel like it's a situation with that overcorrection again. San Francisco looked so good last week in a little bit of an unexpected spot, and New England didn't. So it's like, okay, let's adjust the line accordingly. I think I like looking at doing the look ahead lines. I didn't get to catch what the one was for this one, but I have to imagine New England would have been way bigger than a 1-point favorite last week at this time in this game. So I'm going to take New England for my 3 o'clock.
Don't forget who coaches the New England Patriots too. So
That's exactly it, too. And
I hate betting.
Anytime he can stick it to one of the young studs, and that is exactly what Kyle Shanahan is an absolute stud coach. Like, that guy's a star. He's going to be – he very well could be, a similar Belichick in terms of longevity, dominance, that kind of thing, and kind of changing the way the game is. So I have a lot of respect for Shanahan, but I just think Belichick kind of likes to jab those kind of guys when he can, too.
I'm going to take the Seahawks minus 3.5 going to Arizona. I think this Seahawks team is very, very good, undefeated right now. And the Cardinals, I think they're a good team. I think Kyler Murray is good. but I think that the Seahawks will cover the 3.5 and win this game in Arizona.
It's a big test for Arizona right now. They got to put up or shut up because they've lost some bad games.
And Russell Wilson's been playing unbelievable this year.
That Minnesota game wasn't great for 3.5 quarters.
They won 5-0.
Yep, absolutely.
You trust him at the end of the game over
sure.
anybody. Sunday night, boys. What you got, Boomy?
I don't know if they're going to win this game, but I'm going to take the Raiders plus 3.5. I think that they've got some things going, and they've had a kind of a rocky-ish start. They obviously beat the Chiefs, but I don't know, man. I think this Tampa Bay's team is good, but I don't know if they're consistently good. They had they played poorly against the Bears, and they played great. Like, if they can string something together, they're obviously going to cover this. But they just haven't done anything consistently yet, and it just kind of seems like a pattern. So after they played well last week, prove it to me that you can do it 2 weeks in a row. Until then, I'll take the Raiders getting 3.5.
Booby, I'm gonna jump in the same thing, but I'm gonna do you a favor here too. I've got that thing at 4 for the Raiders on DraftKings. I got them at +4. So I'd say take the half point because I want the half point as well with Vegas in this one. I think John Gruden in prime time against Tom Brady at home, against his former team that he won a Super Bowl with, he is going to absolutely. It's going to be emotional city for that guy. He's going to be strutting. He's going to be doing the Popeye face, the closing the one eye, looking like an absolute lunatic on the sideline.
He might get up on the boat and act like he's commanding it at some point.
That's the Gruden you want to see in a game like this. That's the Gruden we're going to see on Sunday night. I love the Raiders in that one. I'd probably take money line right now too.
I am going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, come on!
I think that they are. I don't think this Raiders team is very good. I know they beat the Chiefs or whatever. I don't know. I think that the Bucs found their stride last week, and I think they got their wide receivers back. And their defense is kind of starting to come together here, so I'm going to go against you guys on that one. Monday night, I know what I'm taking. I'm taking the Bears plus 5.5 against the Rams.
I'll leave you better. It's at +6 right now.
+6, I'll take them.
Yep.
Maddie, I'm guessing the same for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then
I'm going to take this with my head, not my heart. I think the Bears are going to cover 6. I don't think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to cover 6. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a lot of points. And I
don't think the Rams have been that impressive every week. It's like, which Rams team are you going to get?
The Bears is like all of the talk obviously is a lot on the offensive line, and they happen to have the best, defensive rusher in the game right now. So that does worry me a little bit with Nick Foles. What?
It's definitely been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it's going to be a tough matchup. I think the Bears are going to keep it close, but I'm definitely crossing my fingers, hoping that the Rams can pull one out here.
How would a healthy Kyle Long on the right side of that offensive line look right now?
That would be
you feel a lot more confident in your offensive line.
But I think since Nick Foles has kind of stepped up and they're coming together, I think it's going to be okay. Bears +6. I'm also taking money line.